Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I am making the final videos of 2023, which I had this thought, it's probably a really stupid thought, but I am going to broadcast until 2024 tonight. Some nights have, or some past years I should say, have my beloved now fiance as a midnight kiss, but I can kiss that hope goodbye because she has other plans. I will see her before the clock strikes midnight, but I will be home by then. And so I am going to do two things. I'm going to do kind of a wish list in this video for 2024, and then I'm going to edit and post my best jackpots of 2023 to start 2024. I would say tomorrow morning, but for those of you across the pond, it'll be like early afternoon. Around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time is I think when I'm going to drop that video. So thank you to everybody who still supported my channel, even if you didn't and somehow accidentally clicked on this video or you wound up hate watching. I appreciate the hate watchers on this channel. You all come in clutch. It's been a really interesting year for the game, interesting for my personal life, interesting for the channel. I thought we weren't going to get Ascension plans until 2024, and then they kind of almost felt like it rushed, but Ascension has been a huge part of the game, and I've come to accept the system I did not ask for. If you've missed all the videos I did on it, I was really hoping Ascension would actually reward people and incentivize them to collect the 3, the 4, the 5, and the 6-star version of a champion, awaken them, and max sig them. That suddenly means the economy of the game, which changed, yes, several times. Cheers, the economy of the game changed forever several times this year. But suddenly you bring back the economy of the game isn't relevant now for 3-star and 4-star, and in some cases 5-star. I mean, I still think 5 stars can be valuable in Battlegrounds, and Ascension has helped, especially if you don't have the right matchups for the worst defenders. I mean, look at the meta this month in Battlegrounds. If you don't have a champion that can do damage over time, it doesn't matter if you're fighting a 5-star against that champion, you're still going to probably lose. So that part's interesting. But my overall takeaway on this entire point, my overall goal is to say that in 2024, I want a reason besides the occasional arena to use my 1-stars, to use my 2-stars, to use my 3-stars, and yes, to use my 4-stars. All of these champs are just collecting dust. They're irrelevant. And I'm only going to spend my tier 1 primordial dust on 5-stars. So champs 1 through 4 are essentially relegated to the ash heap of history of MCOC. And I think they deserve more than that. I think they deserve a lot more. In 2024, Kabam should bring back at least twice side quest content that forces you to only use your 1 through 4-star champs. And who knows, maybe even they bring back a week where you can only use your 2-star champs. This makes the playing field a lot more even, because people who started this game years after I do have a similar 2-star ranked up roster, I'm guessing. Or at least utilize as much as I do, which is not at all. And it kind of tests your skill more, because right now you can ban champs. Like, you can make a Battlegrounds meta where you can't use Hercules and you can't use Hulkling and Hulk and several other champions that are my go-to attackers. But you can still use so many other rank 4 and 5, 6 stars, and 7 stars to get around it if you use the right champs. And yes, you have champs like Werewolf by Night that went from being really solid to like beyond God tier depending on the meta. But I miss getting excited. I spent so many years, so many hours of my time. I used to grind for 4 stars in the arena as like a max goal. I grinded for 4-star Gambit because he was my favorite X-Man, and then immediately regretted it. 2024 should be the year to make us thankful for how deep our rosters are. Kabam has done so much to push through, and I think way too fast push through half the max rank of 7 stars. Remember, 7 stars, yes, they have 6 ranks, but we're already, for those who are valiant, halfway through. Rank 3 out of 6. And I feel like we're just still sort of getting used to 7 stars being in the game. And now they're halfway done to being maxed out. And what's the pattern every time the highest star rarity gets close to maxing out. Well, Kabam announces exciting, because they use a bunch of exclamation marks in their forum posts, exciting news that the next star is coming. And Kabam Mike even uttered the words that shook me to my core this year. 8 stars on a forum post saying, if we don't go slower, we're going to see 8 stars. And everybody just, I think, cringed. They convulsed a little bit. They twitched. Because 7 stars, as 6 stars did before them, ruined the game for a lot of people. They left. And our beloved Mama Bear told me when 7 stars came out that she was going to leave the game. And then thankfully, between her YouTube channel and the amazing community that we have been able to hopefully contribute something to in this great game of ours, but also still exist within it, this community convinced her to stay. But I don't want to see 8 stars for a minimum of 2 more years. And when I say 2 more years, I'm talking about 2026. I know I'm technically recording this on the last day of 2023, but I don't want 2025 to have 8 stars. I think that would be terrible. And I'm not saying that this game can continue forever, because to be honest, I thought the odds were close to 0% that we would still be playing this game to start 2024 and heck, even to end 2023. But that is the reality. Kabam apparently is still doing very well. They've gotten so much smarter in terms of microtransactions for keeping their income up. Everything from daily specials to the Kabam website store to mixing in much longer days to buy certain offers. Everything has been ramped up. And I think that's pretty cool. But the flip side of that is that they're so into 6 stars and 7 stars and maybe 5 stars, but not really anymore, that everything before that feels like it's irrelevant, and most importantly, it's not appreciated. It's not valued. It's worthless. Unless we talk about those arenas a couple times a year where you can only use your 2 stars and 1 star champs. And I do like those. And I think they should continue. But if you give us a side quest, that's sort of like what variant content used to be. A side quest that challenges you to use your skills with your lowest rated champions to get some awesome rewards. That's the kind of challenging content that I find fun, because it also makes me thankful that 3 years ago I happened to get really lucky and pull a 2-star Nick Fury or a 2-star Black Widow Deadly Origin, aka Thighs, a 2-star Falcon, Cosmic Ghost. Like all these champs, I'm like, I have 2-star Archangel and Quake. This is awesome. I want to use these guys. I don't care if I'm fighting 7 stars. I don't want it to be 10 fights, but I want to use them. I want to have a reason to use them. I don't have a reason to be thankful that I've had them for years, and right now I just don't. So that's my 2023 wish list. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I will still be uploading content in 2024. Like the last 6 months of 2023, it will be this balanced schedule between not broadcasting for several days at times, spending an hour to make a day's worth of videos instead of 9 hours. And I found the right balance. I've been tweaking it all year. I was very overwhelmed to start 2023. I knew I couldn't keep that up. I took a step back, basically jumped off the YouTube hamster wheel. It has been a blessing for my personal relationships with my family, with my friends, of course, with my fiance. And it's also been a huge blessing for my own mental health. And most importantly, I got the best sleep of my life in 2023. I used to average 2.5 hours of sleep. I'm now averaging like 7. So I'm going to keep that up. And no amount of clicks or revenue on YouTube is worth giving up my mental health happiness. So I found the right balance to go into 2024. I'm feeling really good about it. And I'm going to teach the most students I've ever taught next semester too at about 120. So yeah, a lot going on. Cheers to a great 2023, and here's to an even better, hopefully, 2024.